and welcome to my vlog. We've got an exciting day today. We're heading off with Bella to dressage. We've got a competition and it's on actually in the afternoon this time. Normally we're on in the morning. So I was feeling like I had loads of time and now I'm feeling a little bit rushed because I've been fluffing about. I actually put on a beautiful Moroccan beef casserole. Well, I hope it'll be beautiful. So when I get home tonight, I've got some dinner. And I'm just heading out to give the ponies their breakfast or brunch. And then I will pack the car while Bella's eating and we will head off. So we've got about a half-hour drive and then, yeah, I'll get her warmed up and take you along for the ride. So I'll just head over and feed them. And I'm not sure what today will bring. I've actually got a new bit for Bella. I got a Trust Flexi bit. And I did ride her yesterday in it, but only for about 15 minutes. And I can only ride in my round yard at the moment because everything here is underwater and soggy. I don't know if you can see that in the background, but there's just water everywhere. So I haven't been able to do much training with Belle at all for the last fortnight. So hopefully the work that we've put in previously is going to hold us in good stead for today. So yeah, we'll see what happens. And hopefully Colm is a good boy and doesn't run around too much while we're away. He doesn't normally, but because the paddocks, they're in sort of small paddocks, big yards, and they're quite muddy and slippery at the moment. So yeah, it does worry me a bit, but I think he cools out a bit during the day because he misses her, but he has got Bucket, the cow, who's up here by the fence. So, and he's got, we've got a pet sheep and in the chicken paddock. So, I mean, he's got some company, but of course it's not his bestie. He loves Belly. He loves his bestie. So, anyway, I'm sure he'll be fine. I think we worry, as horse owners, we worry a bit too much sometimes, but never mind. I'll get on and feed, and I might show you a bit of me packing the car in a sec. Here's Colmy and Bella, Belly Boop Boop, coming down for their breakfast. It was so funny, we got the float out of the shed before, she's looking over there now, and Bella just took off like a rocket and did some laps of her paddock. Hello Colm, you ready for your brekkie? You got to stay home today and be a good boy. Yeah, one day you'll get to come. One day you'll get to come. Okay, so I'm going to start packing and hope that I don't forget anything. I might actually put both her bits in. So I've got the new one already on the bridle and I'll leave that on. But I'll take her old one just in case she's a little bit unsettled, and we'll just go back to the tried and true, what we already know. And this will be my first time out vlogging, so we'll see how that goes as well. That should be fun, and I'm probably going to feel a bit anxious about doing that in front of other people. But anyway, Mum will video the test, and she has been sometimes a bit wobbly videoing, but I've got a tripod, so hopefully it'll be a bit steadier this time, trying to get a little bit more professional. And I've also, got my microphone, so my gear arrived during the week. So this will be the first time I'm actually having a play with everything and just see how it all works. So we'll see how we go. So if it's a little bit shaky or the audio's not great, I apologise. But, got to start somewhere. And this is kind of me at the beginning. So I'll start packing the bag and getting everything in the car. Bella is in a bit of a mood, so it could be interesting. It is windy and potentially could be some rain, so I'm hoping the rain holds off. I don't really like riding in the rain. But yeah, I've just given her breakfast and I've noticed she's just popped out of her shelter and she's doing a little trot lap. So she knows that something's happening. She's normally really calm, so it's a bit strange, but anyway, should be a fun day. So anyway, I'm going to set my little tripod down and see if it captures me packing. I don't know, the light's not really great, so not sure where I should put it to get this So like I said, this is all going to be a little bit of trial and error. And my little tack area here is all a bit of a mess. But anyway, we'll have a bit of a clean up one day. So this is my bag that I've been using. I think actually the massage table at work came in this bag, but it's huge. It's a nice big bag and it fits everything in. So I've already got my hat, which is tagged. Here in Australia, we have to have them tagged for safety, and I think most places around the world you do as well. So I've got my little tag on there, and I've got my gloves. So that's a good start. So I've got hat and gloves. So they are going in. I will grab that bit, like I said, so I don't forget that. So that's the one that I usually ride her in, which is just a straight bar egg butt. She seemed to really settle with that. She's got a fairly low palate, so she doesn't like the nutcracker action of your normal snaffle bits. So she's been quite happy with that, but she sometimes gets a bit fussy. But then we're working very much on me softening my left hand. I'm terrible with my left side. I'm quite tense. So some I think is down to me doing too much with my hands, but I think we all probably are a bit guilty of that. When I sit nice and calm and give, and yeah, it's much better. But this is the new bit. So this is the Trust Flexi bit, and you can see it's quite flexible, and it's got like, I don't even know what the coating is. I think it's like a silicone coating over the top. So there is metal through the middle of it, but then it's coated. So they do say that it is approved. We don't actually have gear check today, so because today is what they call an unofficial day at our dressage club, and it's actually a day where they have encouraged the off-the-track thoroughbreds. So there'll be a lot of thoroughbreds there today. They've got their own they're doing the same tests that we're doing, but they've got their own class. So that's really cool. So that's a big initiative through Racing Australia, I think. I don't know what it's called exactly, but yeah, where they do a lot of events for the off-the-track thoroughbreds to encourage people to, retrain the thoroughbreds, which is great. So they can have a life after racing. So I use this gel pad on Belly. I don't know if it makes it more comfortable for her. She seems to go better in it. So we chuck that in the bag. It's amazing what I can fit in this bag. I need my dressage saddle blanket, which really should have had a wash, but never mind. We'll do that after this one. But like I said, it's been terrible wet weather here, so it's really hard to get things dry. But anyway, like I said, it's an unofficial day. We don't actually have to plait today either, which is nice, so it's optional. I was going to plait because Belle's not actually been plaited a lot, and so when I do plait her, she gets a little bit fussy and a bit like, oh, I don't like it. So I thought it might have been a good idea as a practice, but to be quite honest, I can't be bothered. It's the middle of winter, she's fluffy, it's been raining and cold, and I was going to wash her white socks, but again, as soon as we trot around, it's a grass surface, and we're on towards the end, so it's going to be like a quagmire. So it's a bit silly to go to all that effort, and she's, as soon as I warm her up, she's going to look exactly the same as what she does now. So anyway, so today is going to be a bit more of a casual day. So I have been using this little half pad as well, so I'll just chuck that in, just in case I decide I want to use that. So now I've got bridle, I've got two bits, I've got my hat, my gloves, gel pad, dressage saddle blanket with the correct number. I'm always seem to be number 43, so that's that. Got the half pad. I will put my saddle in. I've got my beautiful Prestige girth, which I'll maybe in a future vlog give you a bit of a rundown on that, because that's been amazing. I've only just got that, so this will be I borrowed one to try it out at the last dressage comp, and she really went amazing. I don't know if that was all my hard work or whether it was the new girth, but anyway, I got one for myself, and she seems to be a lot more comfortable in that, so I'll talk to you about that in another vlog. So girth, saddle blanket, bridle, saddle in, and we'll need a dressage whip and a tack box, hoop scooper, and then I think we'll be ready to hit the road. So I'll just load all this in the car and I will see you when we get to our dressage comp. Oh my God, I nearly forgot the boots. That would have been a disaster. So this is Bella and I entering for the Prep 1 test, which is a walk trot test. So it's enter at A at a trot and then at X to transition to a walk, which is actually really hard to do, and to keep that walk line straight. Straight lines have been a bit of a struggle for us. So I got a 6 for this, and it said could be more active. So, and she was not supple either, because we then have to turn right at C, and she was bending the wrong way really. And I apologise, Mum was in the wrong spot here, so we've got the car in the way. We then pick up trot at M, which the transition wasn't too bad, and then trot down the long side, and we got a 6 for that, and show more suppleness, which we need to do. So getting a bit of bend for Miss Belly. So we then do a 20-metre circle at A, and she started to come a little more round there, and started to push through a little more. So I was really happy with her forwardness. We've been working a lot on forwardness, so the suppleness is the next thing to start working on. So for that circle, we got a 6.5, some moments of good balance. So that was good to hear. So we then go across the diagonal, and this is all in a working trot. So we got a 6.5, and again, some moments of good balance. So I was happy with that. So then we move into a 20-metre circle at C, which you can't really see too much because car's in the way, but here we go. So again, she was just a little bit resistant and not bending around my inside leg. So again, a good takeaway that we need to work on. We got a 6 for this circle, could maintain consistency, which is very true. So we then drop down to walk. So walk is between C and H. So I'm trying to get more deliberate and at the markers with my transitions. That one was a bit late. So we then go into a free walk on a long rein, so the medium walk, we got a 6, could be more through and consistent. And then the free walk on a long rein, we got a 6.5, good stretch, but could show more purpose in walk, which is actually, we get that quite a bit. So I have to get her marching out a bit more. Okay, so we then retake the reins, and between F and A is a medium walk, and then at A down the centre line. So we got a 6 for that, and could have more purpose again in the walk. So we then walk down the centre line and halt at X, which we got a 6 for. So it was all pretty consistent, mainly 6s and 6.5s. The centre line wasn't too bad. There's a lot of walking at the end of this, but yeah, she was a little bit argumentative there, didn't really want to halt, but she did in the end, so we got through it. Little shake of the head, she's like, leave me alone. Swish of the tail. So the collective marks on the back, so for paces, freedom and regularity, we got a 6. Impulsion, desire to move forward, we got a 6. Submission, willing to cooperate, harmony, attention, all of that, we got only a 5.5 because she wasn't consistent with her submission, or the straightness. So The comments were some lovely moments today. Keep working to build consistency. And my rider's position, I got a 6. So yeah, quite good scores. So overall we got 60.333% and we got 3rd place for that one. So we now move on to the prep 2. So Mum has kindly moved down to A for this one, so we don't have the car in the way. So they had the poles. Those poles are normally up on little holders, so they're up off the ground, but it had been extremely windy the day before when they were setting up, so they decided to keep them on the ground so they didn't blow over. But it was a bit strange. I felt like it was a bit weird. I felt like she was going to step out over the pole like it was a trot pole. So, yeah, I probably had a bit more outside leg than I should have had just to try and keep her in between. Anyway, she warmed up quite nicely. She's a little bit resistant there. So we still need to get that consistency of keeping her round. But, you know, she enters quite well. We were a little bit off the centre line, unfortunately, which Mum informed me as soon as I got out of the arena, of course. I don't think Mum was quite at A either, but the judge did agree. So I got a 6 for this centre line, and it said off centre line. So we enter here and then halt, salute, and then proceed at a working trot to C, where we turn left. And for that I got, and then between H and E, working trot rising. So for that I got a 6.5 and lacking bend but regular. So I suppose she had nice pace, obviously. So we then move into a 20-metre circle here at E, and I got a 6 and incorrect flexion. So she wasn't bending around my inside leg, but like I said, she was moving forward. So I was happy with the forwardness, and I was happy with the regular pace that she was giving me. So that was good. So the flexion and the suppleness will come from that, hopefully. So then we move into the walk at K, and we walk around the arena here to F. And I felt this walk was actually quite good. What did we get for that one? We got a 7. Yeah, calm transition. And obviously they liked the walk, and I got a 7, so that was great. So then it's a free walk on a long rein from F to E. So it's only a short walk across the arena there. And for the free walk, we got a 7.5. Could stretch more. She normally does quite a good stretch, but anyway. Here we retake the reins, and it's medium walk to H, and I find this difficult. She doesn't want to bend around my right leg, and she looks to the outside. So I was having a bit of an argument with her there, and I think I did give her a bit of a tap with the whip. Anyway, we pick up trot at H. So that little bit of the walk there, we got a 6.5, but they did say smooth transition, even though I was arguing. And here she gets all nappy and annoyed with me because I'd told her off as we were going past C. But having told her off, she then settles in to a nice trot. So then we move into the 20-metre circle at B, and for that 20-metre circle we got a 7 and no comment. And then we go round to A and down the centre line. Here she's a little bit resistant again, and I think we overshoot the centre line. Well, not too bad. Down the centre line, which we got a 6. Oh yeah, it did say overshot centre line, drifted to the left, which happens there. But quite a nice halt. So overall, I was quite happy with the test. The collective marks on the back,
paces, we got a 6.5. Impulsion, we got a 6. Submission, we got a 6. And my rider position, I got a 6. So that was all pretty consistent. And the comment was, nice, calm test, showing some good rhythm, watch, bend and flexion. Kindly ridden, well done. So I quite like that comment. I thought that was nice, kindly ridden, even though I had a little argument with her. But I was really, really glad to see that they'd commented on the good rhythm, because that I've been working on and we seem to have nailed that this time. So our overall score for that one was 63.333, and we got second place. So that was a good result. So I was very happy with that.
Well, here we are back at the stable, and it's just started to rain. So we got it done just in time. Well, it was okay. There were some okay moments and some arguing moments. She's trying to eat with her bridle on. It wasn't as good as last month. Last month was really, really good, but I had also been able to do a lot more riding. Like I said, I've hardly ridden her at all. I've ridden her only in the round yard. We've done no straight lines, so there was not a lot of straightness, but she was forward. And I was happy with that. She was forward, and we had moments of her listening and coming round. So it's just so much to build on, and I can't expect every competition is going to be fabulous. We're going to have our ups and downs. So Bella up on the float. She went on with not a lot of fuss, which was heaps better, because this morning, and I don't know what, because my microphone has let me down, so I'm not sure what I've got and what I haven't got. So anyway, I'll do a full debrief when I get home. But this morning she gave us the run around trying to get on the float. It took us about 10 minutes, which is unusual. She used to be like that. One time it took me 2 hours, but she got really good, and now all of a sudden she's gone back to being a bit fussy about it again. So I don't know. Anyway, so she's on. We're about to head off home, and I'll do a debrief when I get home. So yeah, there you go, Belly on the float. So I thought I'd come out here with Miss Belly Bell and do a little debrief. She's now back home, happy in her paddock. Hello, Belly Boop. So all in all, it was a pretty good day. So the first test, we got 60%, and that wasn't surprising. My centre line was shocking. She was moving forward, but she needs more suppleness. We need to put a lot more work in. So yeah, and it was a bit disappointing because last month I got 71% and I was just like on top of the moon. But anyway, it is what it is. Different judge as well. This judge can be, she likes, you know, she's not a high marker, so she likes what she likes. She likes a precise test, and that is good because it pushes, I feel it anyway, that it pushes us to be better and to work harder to get a better score. So anyway, so that was the first test, and then in the second test, which was a different judge, I got 63%. And that's unusual because normally the first test I get more. I actually like the first test. And I have been doing a little bit of an experiment because when I go to sleep at night, and this will sound really, really weird, I'm going to just go into the shelter because I'm standing out there in the wind. You can see Colm in the background. Yeah, when I go to bed at night, instead of, you know, some people count sheep or whatever they do to go to sleep, they meditate or whatever helps. So I lay there and I run through my test. So basically, I'm visualising myself. It's a bit dark, isn't it? That's better. I'm visualising myself, well, Bella and I, running through the test. So what I do is I go through the prep 1 first, because that's the first test. But of course, I fall asleep before I get to the second one. So I don't do any visualisation of that second test. So I decided the last couple of nights I would start with the second test. So I've been visualising myself doing the second test. And the second test actually went better. So that was quite interesting. So I'm going to do a bit more of that and just experiment. But as I say, you know, a lot of what we do is in our mind. And that visualization, I think, really helps. So that was interesting. Anyway, I was happy with the day. She was a good girl. The floating hiccup at the start did put me off. And it was also extremely different to ride in the afternoon as opposed to going in the morning. So I feel far more organised in the morning. I felt like I don't know, it was really disjointed. I didn't get to sort of see any of the other horses because once I got there, I was busy getting organised and getting ready. Whereas normally I have my classes in the morning and then I'm done. I can put her away and give her some hay, and then we can, I can sit back in a chair and watch the rest of the riders. So anyway, it was a bit strange, but it is what it is. All in all, great day. Learned a lot. I probably wasn't as soft as I should have been. And I think probably the pressure of first time vlogging as well. I think that would have made a difference because I was conscious of all of that. And of course, one of my microphones has gone onto mute for some reason. So I'm now on mic 2. And this one seems to be working. So I have no idea how to get that mic off of mute. But anyway, just one more thing to work out. I've also then got to work out my editing stuff because I've never done that before. So for you guys to be able to actually see this vlog means that I've done a lot of work in front of the laptop, which is a big challenge for me. So this is my year of challenges. I'm really enjoying it. It's good fun. So I hope you guys have enjoyed our little dressage journey. I'll be taking you along each month to see hopefully our improvement. I'm sure it will be improvement. And of course, as the spring and summer months come, I'll be doing a lot more work. So she will be going so much better. And also we won't have the winter coat and the weather will be better. We'll have sunshine, which will be lovely. Although I am very thankful we did not we got a slight shower today while I was warming up. But we didn't. I was thinking it might have been torrential rain, but because it was over the last week. But anyway, it held off and we actually had a bit of sunshine at time to time. And on the drive home, I had a beautiful rainbow, which was just gorgeous. So all in all, it was a good day. I hope you've liked our dressage vlog today. And so please subscribe and leave me a comment. It'll be lovely just to get a little bit of encouragement to keep going. And so subscribe and leave a comment. And I will see you for whatever we get up to next time. Bye for now.